He came out. I was working at a club one night with another band, and he wanted me to. He was putting together a band to go to California because his current band was breaking up so that they could join a quartet with Wes Montgomery. So he asked me, could I go with him to California next week? And I said, no, I'm working already. But if you talk to this band leader, who was Art Farmer, and if he lets me out of this second commitment of the second week, I'm happy to go with you. So he hung around and waited till the next set finished and asked Art if I could go with him, and Art said yes, and here I am.
All right, all right. You were after Kind of Blue, huh?
Oh yeah, I wish I was on that record though. It's a fantastic record.
It sure is.
It was made in '69, and I joined the band in '63.
Right.
I heard that. As a matter of fact, I went to a restaurant last night, man, and they were playing the music. I went to a breakfast restaurant yesterday, and they were playing that in the background, man. I said, look at New York.
Wow. Speaking of clubs, back in the day there, where you did you play in many of those, like the Vanguard and places like that?
Oh yeah, I did my share of that stuff.
So how was the local back in those days? That 802, I think it was.
I'm not sure how you mean. How was it? It's just another union.
Well, the musicians union. Are they much different now than they were then?
Well, since there's not much recording going on, I don't have the kind of contact I had back then.
I got you.
But I mean, if the local who tries the best for its members, I think they kind of fell asleep at the wheel when the recordings start going to digital and computers. I think they kind of dropped the ball, but that's my perspective, being pretty far away from the act,
You're associated with the Jazz Foundation of America, right?
Absolutely.
And
a very worthwhile organization, I might add.
All right. It's a home for. You tell us about it. Give us a little.
Well, it's an organization whose fund depends on basically private donations, and their function is to assist musicians who are in need of financial or basically financial help. They need money to finish their rent. They need money to pay some bills. They're associated with the hospital in Englewood, New Jersey, that Dizzy Gillespie was involved with, that offers musicians free operations. I've known them to go into a person's home and provide them with home care, to take care of the rent, to take care of their financial expenses. They're right now in the process of trying to find a home for musicians who need that kind of help. Like they have, actors have a special building where actors who are in tough strait, who are in need financial assistance, need somewhere to stay, who are by themselves, whose partner has passed away, who's on their own, who needs that kind of companionship and kind of help. They're looking for that kind of facility now for musicians. So a very worthwhile organization that I highly endorse.
That's beautiful, really. Would you be right now the most recorded bassist in the history of jazz?
That's probably a pretty good description, yeah.
Wow. Over 1,000 albums, I would say, huh?
Yeah, close to 2,000 is a pretty good number.
Wow. I was looking over your discography here, and I mean, you played with just about everybody in the business, right?
Yeah, they had to stop somewhere. Now, wherever they stopped in that book had been okay. I don't want to look like a telephone directory, So I told the guy, let's just go through this list and just stop and just take out some and put these in. I mean, I didn't want it to look like. I didn't want the discography to outweigh the words and content, and so they made a good choice. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'm having a nice recorded career.
All right. So I'm not going to hold you much longer.
Okay.
But, when you first started out, when you first went to school, was anyone in your family a musician?
No, they all have. My sisters all had good voices and all sang well, and my father made a banjo that he sounded pretty good at, but I'm the only one who took it this far.
Okay, who was your influence?
In music?
Yes.
On trombone, J.J. Johnson, and on saxophone, Cecil Payne.
Wow. Okay, Cecil. And he's still doing it. Wow.
They were taking care of it way back then, man.
What would you say was the major thing that helped in your development?
Taking lessons to learn the instrument and being a professional.
All right. Did you have any doubts, or was that even in your mind when you start out as a musician that you would be successful?
Well, I wanted to be a successful member of society, whatever that means. I wanted to work. I wanted to have a family, be able to support them, and be responsible for them. So being famous was not a part of that picture.
All right. Before we close, I just want to ask you.
I'm famous.
You are famous.
Okay, that settles that.
That settles that. In your opinion, give us your opinion on the word jazz.
Well, it's one of the unsung musics of American culture. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the kind of respect that it gets everywhere else in the world in terms of broad public acceptance. Something I've been playing for over 55 years, and I'm looking forward to playing better and better every day.
And you sound great, Ron.
Thank you.
You really do. And I want to thank you so much for this interview, okay?
No, and I hope you didn't burn your toast, man.
Thanks again, Ron.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, be careful.
Aloha.
Aloha.